So, if you've been following my channel for any amount of time, you may have noticed that I'm not exactly the biggest channel on YouTube, despite my efforts over the past few years. Though, considering that I'm not exactly min-maxing the YouTube algorithm, I can't really say that I'm disappointed with my results. I can hit a consistent 4 views every time I upload, which is better than 0. Though, now that I've hit that point, I started having this strange thought in the back of my mind. Mainly, how can I get more people to watch my videos? But following that thought, I consider that probably everyone who's doing YouTube, either as a job or with any amount of consistency, has formulated that exact same idea. It feels like a pretty basic question though, like asking, what should I do to improve my productivity, if it's related to education or work or whatever. However, considering the context of the question relating to YouTube, it feels like a lot stranger of a thing to ask. Mainly, who cares? This number, the view count, it's just an arbitrary number that has no real correlation to your standing as a human being. So why does it matter how many people watch my funny Fortnite stream highlights? It's not going to stop me from default dancing into onset dementia. Secondly, who cares? Has the internet really blinded people into tying their self-worth and in some cases their financial stability to the fluctuating will of the masses as directed by the hands of large corporations? Yes. Why? Because... You see, when YouTube created the YouTube Partner Program a year after being acquired by Google in 2006, they extended a hand towards ordinary people like you and I to be able to make money by uploading silly videos of our cats. Anyway, this allowing people the ability to make money with relative ease naturally lent itself to being exploited, and with time, you'd see a rise in content intentionally misleading the viewer to click on it so they'd watch a pre-roll ad only to be baited into watching a hilarious video. These videos are a contributing factor to the term clickbait if you didn't know, and just as it's used in news outlets to get you to see 20,000 ads in one article, people got to work making as much money as possible, doing as little work as possible. Even today we can see the ripple effects of programs like these in modern day YouTube and even TikTok to some extent, as we see content farm channels across the platform absolutely churning out videos despite restrictions, forcing channels to reach certain requirements before being able to make money off of their published videos. Once businesses got their sniffers on the YouTube Partner Program, they also saw the sheer amount of money they could create churning out videos, though unlike the emerging content farms who actually put a tiny sliver of work into making their own videos, businesses sought to make money doing even less. If you couldn't guess, I'm talking about multi-channel networks, or MCNs like Machinima or Maker Studios. Basically, what these channels would do is make you sign a ridiculous contract that would allow them to take large amounts of money from you proportionally to how popular the video you uploaded was. And they'd also force a bunch of random office workers who know nothing about the internet to get their grubby little mitts in your video. And to me, it's that last part that's important. They'd put straight up numbskulls who truly know nothing about what's popular online. Like the same guys who'd be posting Grumpy Cat impact font memes on Twitter. Of course, the whole first part of that contract is very important. They're like just straight up stealing money off of you as you pay for their service of having idiots run your channel. That's fucking stupid. Though, despite how stupid this contract sounds, they were able to get away with it because the people who were popular during the rise of MCNs didn't really know any better. Most of the channels were being run by these fresh out of college 20-somethings that didn't know anything about these exploitative business practices and just saw it as another opportunity to make money doing what they love, entertaining others. I mean, now these companies have all gone defunct, but that's because the creators they were scamming figured out that they were being scammed. But it's also because these MCNs got bought out by even larger companies who then realized that they had gotten scammed because these networks weren't really worth anything. In the current era of YouTube, and really most mainstream social media platforms, we see businesses playing a different role in their trajectory. Remember the YouTube Partner Program? Well, it was profitable, but with time, it slowly started to only benefit larger channels, while leaving the smaller ones in the dust. But now, those smaller channels had placed a reliance on the revenue from the partner program in order to stay alive, really. So businesses took their step into the ring and offered these channels sponsorships. in which the channels would advertise the company and make a little bit extra money. And everyone was okay with this, and nobody gets mad or angry at the stranglehold these sponsorships have over the content that we like. In fact, some advertising researchers took a little survey and found that everyone loves direct advertising so much that advertisers should actually start not disclosing that content is paid for, so the viewers don't realize until 3/4 of the way through the video that there's been a pulsating Coca-Cola in the bottom right corner the whole time. And everyone loves this. They all think this is the future of marketing and that this will have no impact on the future in any way. Okay, I gotta wrap this up. If you can't tell what I'm getting at with all this, it's that the actions of large corporations have sort of permanently changed the way that we interact with the internet. I've talked a lot about the YouTube Partner Program, but that's just because it's one of the best examples of what I'm talking about. Google didn't need to give creators the ability to make money off of their videos, they just saw that the website was getting a lot of attention and that by incentivizing people to upload videos, they would be able to place even more ads to make even more money. But that small decision has completely changed how we look at the internet. Other than that, there's not much else I can say. We're living in a completely different world than we did only a few decades ago, and it's all because of the internet. And capitalism. And greed, that's also like a really big